I've never seen anything as compelling.
Does your faith ever get shaken, especially during these very volatile periods where Bitcoin has had a steep sell-off?
The Bitcoin price continues to crash. This is officially the deepest retrace of the cycle.
No, in my entire career, I've never seen anything as compelling and unstoppable as Bitcoin.
Bitcoin has retraced over 25% thus far.
There are 8 billion people on the planet that need digital property, and Bitcoin is the dominant digital property network. So if you zoom out and you ask the question, how are you going to provide economic prosperity to billions of people at the speed of light over a computer network?
Crashes are very normal in a bull market.
There's no better idea than Bitcoin.
Crashes are also very normal in a sideways summer, a crab market, and even way back here, almost a month ago, I warned you that there was a leverage in the system that if we passed below 59,000, the longs would be wiped out, suppressing the price lower.
If this were to happen around $59,000 per coin, this crashes the price lower. So let's talk what comes next.
But now looking forward and understanding we just breached this monumental support, what comes next? And how much more selling from these Mt. Gox payouts are still to come.
Bitcoin sliding after Mt. Gox begins repaying users, inflaming fears that customers might quickly sell the coin.
So first off, I want to offer you a little bit of perspective on this. Also give you an update on the German government now selling Bitcoin.
The governance of Bitcoin is shady at best.
But first, this is what the mainstream media is sharing on the Mt. Gox selling.
So Mt. Gox has obviously been tracked, pretty thoroughly in Bitcoin circles. So it's an anticipated event. And there's also been a lot of trading of the claims prior to, all of this being sorted out on behalf of the creditors. So it's really up for debate as to whether 9 billion is going to sort of flow onto the markets in one go. And it's actually highly unlikely. So any selling is likely to be staggered over a period of time. And actually, there's a question as to whether there will be any sellers, because as I say, it's likely that many of the claims have already traded hands and people already are either going to hold Bitcoin for the longer term or they're going to sell. But it's unlikely to happen all at once. So it should be managed and the market should be able to absorb any supply coming through.
And she's absolutely right. There's about 140,000 Bitcoin that has been unlocked from Mt. Gox. That's about $7.6 billion that, if sold all at once, would need to be absorbed by the market. Well, just the Bitcoin ETF inflows alone could absorb that over the next 60 days. At their peaks, they were doing $1 billion in daily volume. And again, there's only $7 billion to absorb if sold all at once. Really, just the coverage of Mt. Gox has caused more fear, uncertainty, doubt than the actual selling from Mt. Gox, meaning the bark in this case is looking like it's much worse than the actual bite. And really, the sooner that we get this over with, the better. This was the last big known liquidation from exchanges that was left. This too shall pass. But what about the country of Germany selling Bitcoin?
At the moment, the Bitcoin has 2 elements going for it. One is what we can call speculation, hype, boom. And the other is, let's say, Bitcoin is a possibility to make transactions outside the legal system. This is going to go away. Therefore, I think it's not sustainable.
The 2 points that you mentioned are completely wrong.
This is the amount of Bitcoin held by governments. The United States is in first. They hold over 200,000 BTC due to criminals getting caught by the DOJ, and then the United States confiscating that. And then China, then the United Kingdom, then Germany hold the next most. And this major nation is now selling. Just in, Germany has sold almost 4,000 Bitcoin since June 30th. They are liquidating this Bitcoin into euros. We can see this on chain in the Bitcoin wallets that Germany controls. I say we